Hey guys, welcome to another episode, and if you're new, I'm glad you could join us. Today we're going to go over basic commands you should understand how to use in your Linux terminal, or in this case since we're using KDE console, but it's the same thing. So why are we going to be going over basically command line now? I thought this was Linux easy, Josh. Well, Linux kind of goes hand in hand with the CLI. So with the CLI, if you're in a server environment, which if a lot of you are going to college or you're learning how to do Linux server administration, you're going to find yourself in a position to where you're going to be using Linux, but you're not going to have all of this. So I want y'all to understand that sometimes we do have to use the command line interface in the technology world. Everyone's used to, front end, if you will, with the user interface, but in reality, us technicians, we don't always use the GUI, GUI, whatever you want to call it. So for today, we're going to be using the console. So let's just ignore all the GUI, GUI, whatever, and let's just focus on the terminal output. So let's say you're wanting to list directories in a Linux server. Excuse me. How would you do that, you might ask? Well, pretty simple. There is this wonderful thing called the list command. So what does a list command do? Just list your directories. So all you gotta do is type ls and wham, there you go. All your directories are listed. Now, if I want to add, if you are just tuning into this series, last video I went over the steps of how to install Wine. This release key was part of that when we did it with the wget command, and later in this video I'll go over the wget command, and I'll explain later. So now you use the list of the directories. You can basically, ls, let's just do dev, and then press enter. It'll list all the contents in the dev directory. Pretty cool, pretty useful, especially if you're not using a GUI. Which, really, I don't recommend using file explorers as root anyways when it comes to listing directories and doing anything in any directory that requires root or elevated privileges, because it's just a risk, a very bad security risk. And we practice safe security here. Okay, so now this is all cluttered up. What do we do now, Josh? So, you type the clear command. So what does the clear command do? Clears a terminal. Just type clear, bam, fresh start. Okay. So the third command I would want y'all to understand, and I would recommend learning, is the change directory command. So let's just type ls. So let's go into our downloads folder. Type cd. Excuse me. Capital D. Press your tab. Well, nope. Type DOW and then press tab. Don't goof like me. And then we press enter. Okay, so now we are in here. We've successfully changed the directory. That's all that cd does, is change the directory. Now, you want to go back a directory. Well, lovely thing here is you can type cd, or you can put 2 periods after cd, and don't put a slash like I did. Press Control C if you did on accident. And you basically press that, it takes you right back to your root directory. Or, well, not root directory, but your main home directory, I should say, because root and home are 2 different things. Don't get those confused, please. So now we're going to go over, let's say, the move command. That's a really good command to learn, too. So what does the move command do? The move command moves things from one directory to the other. So, let's say, because in KDE, the KDE team has took away root access with the Dolphin file browser, and you have to install some, I don't know, Intel codecs or something like that. Well, maybe not codecs, what are drivers? I don't know what we call them. Basically things to get your Wi-Fi and your Bluetooth to work. The move command would be what you would use for that. So, for instance, we're going to move this release key to... Let's move it to our documents folder. So we're going to type mv tilde / I don't know which one. Correct me in the comments if you want to. Capital RE, press tab, release key, and then we're going to press tilde, whatever the slash is, and then documents. and then you can press enter. Huh. Looks like it didn't do anything. It didn't give us confirmation, did it, right? Wrong. It did something. Type ls. Look at that. Your release key is not in there. So now, let's just clear this up, make it nice and clean, because I'm OCD when it comes to terminals a little bit. I'm going to type ls/documents. Look at that. Doesn't work. I goofed. My bad. Let's type cd documents just to make life easy. And then type ls. Now you see the release key got moved to the documents. How easy was that, huh? So we're going to type clear again. Another thing I think y'all should actually learn how to do, is, especially in the server world, is the make directory command. What does the make directory command do? Just what I said. It makes a directory. So let's go do that. So we're going to type cd. We're going back to our home, the main directory of our home directory, if you will. I'm going to type mkdr. What should we name this directory? Let's name it, I don't know, Easy Linux. And make sure you use capital E, capital L. This is part of the lesson, trust me. So you press enter. Now look at that. Looks like it didn't do anything, right? Wrong. ls. Easy Linux. So cd easy tab Linux. Bam. You just successfully created a directory and changed into it. I'm going to type cd. So in the last video we used the wget command. Now what does the wget command really do? It's how I figured out and learned it properly, which could totally be wrong, but it's the way I understood and learned it, so to me it's going to be right. It's short for webget. So what it's going to do is basically you can use it to download single files, like that release key. It downloaded that single file so we could add the release key to the repository so we could download wine appropriately. So now, why might you use this? Well, once again, no GUI. Ho ho! Whoa, no GUI. Holy crap. Essentially, if you're in an environment where you don't have a user interface, where you can't download those things, you can use wget. A lot of people, even when they do have a user interface, use it. I mean, I use it for whenever I'm having to download things from like FTP servers, like text files or things like that. It's just a little bit quicker. So what we're going to do is we're going to download a file from wordpress.org. So what you're going to type is wget https://wordpress.org/latest.zip. Now this is a bit of an old thing I've found to give you an example, so it may or may not download, but I think it should. So there you go. See, you were downloading a zip file, and it has downloaded successfully. It's pretty good for text-based things, especially for smaller files. I wouldn't recommend trying to download a huge, like 3 gigabyte file. Oh, excuse me again. With wget, it'd take forever. You'll just sit there mad. So what's another command? We just download the zip file. Let's type clear L. That's a cool little shortcut, by the way. In Ubuntu-based systems, L is a shortcut for ls. I'll go over how to make shortcuts later. So we're going to unzip this. So let's say you're in a server file, this latest.zip. Let's say you're in a server environment and you don't have a GUI, whatever you want to call it. You got to use the command line to unzip things. So let's just make sure that we have the zip and the unzip command installed. So sudo apt install zip unzip, enter, put in your password. Okay, so as you should see, it should already say it's already newest version. So we're going to type clear, type ls, l, whatever. So we're going to unzip latest.zip. Press enter. There you go. Look at that. It unzipped it. Clear. And so now you should have a directory called WordPress. So cd WordPress with a lowercase w, and then type ls. And you just see all the things that were in that latest zip. These are just basically like, oh, excuse me, I'm having some issues today with my GI tract apparently. But anyways, It's basically HTML files and PHP files. It's probably just web content. I mean, I'm not really into the web development side. I'm not really a programmer. I'm just a guy who likes to use Linux and wants to teach the world. So that's basically some commands that you should learn in Linux. If you guys like this video, I'll be making another one about even more commands that power users should use. My name's Josh. You're watching Easy Linux. Thank you for watching. Comment, write, subscribe. Also, I also now have a Facebook page and Instagram at EZ, the letter E is in Echo, Z is in Zulu, Linux for Instagram, and I will leave a link to both of those in the description for my Facebook and the Instagram. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm glad you could join us. In today's video, we're going to go over... brain fart! Hey guys, welcome back to a new episode. If you're new here, welcome. I'm glad you could join us. Today we're going to go over basically basic Linux command. Just shoot me!